Growing up, I don't think there was any boy alive above the age of 5 that didn't want some sort of BB gun to be their first gun. Traditional choices were the classic Daisy BB gun that you would cock and fire. Crosman made a pump BB gun, but my dad was a little different. My dad wanted to start me out on something a little more powerful. So I believe it was the age of 8 and Christmas that year, I received a classic Benjamin Pump 22 caliber. It was a really good first gun. First of all, it taught you the responsibility of cleaning and upkeep. It didn't have a large kick, and it didn't make enough noise to damage your hearing as a child. It had enough kick and punch, almost that of a legitimate 22 powder gun. It was also cheap. You could get 250 of these pellets for, at the time, maybe $5. And 250 would last a long time when you're talking about single shot, actually opening the bolt and having to pump 10 pumps before you could fire something off. So again, it taught you patience, and it taught you how to set up your shot, because it had to count. Here we are at 26 yards. Penetrated. We're talking with David.
Let me see your war face. You got a war face?
Elderton. And they make air guns for grown-ups too.
They do.
Yeah. What is this?
This one is an airsoft gun. It shoots a little plastic BB by virtue of a CO2
Cartridge.
cartridge. Powerlet is what Crosman calls them. And I always used Crosman growing up. But basically CO2 power, so each pull of the trigger, you have a shot going. And the air guns are great, like your rifle, great for the backyard.
Your basement.
If you have one in
Yeah.
Oklahoma. But this you can shoot in your garage.
Yeah.
And okay, you can shoot your fireplace really. And it just shoots a plastic pellet. You gotta be careful though. I'll shoot this. Does come out. Shoot this pop can.
It's got a little punch to it there. Yeah.
Hurt you.
Yeah.
So in the house, wear eye protection because they can bounce around. But it's a good way to kind of get through the day if you can't find ammo or anything.
A good way to practice too.
Yeah, or cat trainer.
I like this. It's like you're holding the real thing, although it's probably 50% lighter.
Well, it does have a little bit of weight to it, so it gives you the idea.
Yeah.
You're not identical, but it does give the idea. So it does transfer skills pretty well.
Ricochet. I think that'd be a good way to, maybe, I don't know, as a trainer, do you ever start anybody out on one of these, or is that not a good idea?
I think it's a possibility depending on the student.
Yeah.
I've had some that are just deathly afraid of guns, but they want to learn how to shoot for whatever reason, and that's a good way to introduce them. Like, oh, okay. So it's a good get your feet wet, and like what we could do. You don't have the kick with it,
Right.
but
You have to get used to that. But I mean, in terms of aiming or maybe drawing and firing.
I was just gonna say, for the drawn fire first shot,
Yeah.
that one is dimensionally identical to the real gun, and holsters will work for it.
And it doesn't make a lot of noise, but it's got all the other aspects of a Smith & Wesson M&P.
Right.